And I'm here. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? We can. We can see everyone here. Oh, hello, 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 hello. Yeah, that last tune was wrong home music. Allegedly wrong music in the last live show. Yeah. Mm, let me. Okay, I'll change cameras then because I know that should sort it out. Let me just come back. Let me go to settings. Hang on 1 second. See, I'm on a new computer tonight, so plug your mic in. It is in. Look. Right, let's go. FaceTime, built-in camera, audio, default. Well, it's saying that it can hear me. The default mic. It's saying it can. But I'll go to camera. We'll change the camera. Okay, let's load Logitech. It's a bit dark, isn't it? It's well dark, isn't it? Right, first of all, can you hear me now, everyone? Okay, is that better? Can you hear me or not? I tested this earlier and it was absolutely fine. Can you hear me? Working good. Thank you, Snake. Thank you very much. I don't know what is it. This mic that's picking up now. Yeah. Hello. 1 2 1 2. You sexy people. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Good. Thank you very much. Sorry, it's a little bit dark, isn't it? The camera. So yeah, I'm on a new for my birthday because I had a birthday a few weeks ago. My partner bought me a old iMac, and it's like a 27-inch iMac, and I was using the camera on that, but for some reason I don't know why it wouldn't record the sound, or the sound's not coming out very well. but the sound's coming out now, so you can all hear me. So that's great. And how are you all? It's lovely to see you all. And I will be putting the link up for anyone who wants to join me. Not that anyone has to join me. Again, this is another bit of a random show. So what I want to do tonight is we'll just, we'll go through some of the news. Oh, hang on a second. See if people are beeping me. I don't know if I'm getting... Okay, but you can hear me now. Yeah, I got a message saying they can't hear me now. Yeah. I like that, Jason. I heard Spanish. The ghost of Jason's tech abilities. LOL. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, we won't be seeing those anymore. I'll try and keep them. Hello, Kendo. The Kendo's in the house. Here, where is he? Where is he? There he is. Look, more messages coming through. Good evening, Robert and chat. Spanish. Kitty Mascara. James. Yeah. Hey, James. Sorry I didn't say hello to you. Thanks for telling me my sound was crap, though. It's good to see James. I know there's a lot of people here that normally will be watching the show, the Cookies Pete's Lowlands Pete show, and I don't know if anyone knows. I mean, Kendo told me that because I usually watch that. That was yesterday, wasn't it? Because they're normally on Mondays and Wednesdays, and apparently Cookie's not very well. He's struggling with a chest infection or something like that, from what I know. Let me get rid of that message there. Let me hide that. So how is everyone? It's been a long time since I've seen some of the people in the chat here. So it'd be lovely if if there's anything you want to share with anyone, about any messages with anyone. I mean, that's why also I'm doing the show and in particular why I'm trying to do it on a Tuesday. Some people, there isn't any raconteurs at the moment. And I know that I'm not, this isn't a raconteurs show anyway, because I'm doing it under my format. And I don't know what's happening with that. I'm hoping, I sent this link to Jimmy, and I was hoping that maybe Jimmy would jump in and join us and maybe talk gardening, things like that. Anything like that would be nice. It'd be great if he could. But we'll see what's happening. None of your bloody business, Mr. Carr. None of your business. Probably a lot better than yours, or should I say, up and down. How's that new car that you were looking at? Then he was thinking about buying a new car. But he said he didn't like it. None of your business, Denny. You're so cheeky, man. Now, there will be an after chat, obviously, because I know none of you want it, do you? Tell me if you want an after chat. Say yes. Is Nick? Nick, maybe Nick doesn't know. Okay. Is Jason okay? I'm sure you're not joking, Nick. No, sadly, we've lost Jason. Jason passed away 2 weeks ago now, I think it was. I'm afraid. Sorry to be the bearer of the news, Nick. Maybe you haven't been on any other channels or anything, but yeah, we don't know what happened. He passed away on a Tuesday evening. That's all we know. So we're sending lots of... I'm sorry, Nick, to be this is one of the reasons why I knew some people wouldn't know. But obviously there can't be any show at the moment on Raconteurs News because Danielle, is going to be making announcements when she's ready to make an announcement. That Danielle, obviously being Jason's wife, it's very sad. And I'm sorry, Nick, that you didn't know. I think most people in the chat here know now what's happened. Yeah, I'm sorry if it's going to be, if it's going to hit you tonight, because I think it's been hitting everybody. Because a lot of people have known for a few weeks now. It was I'm not surprised you're in shock, Nick, and I'm sorry that I've had to bring you the news, mate. We're going to really miss him. He was a great man, and there is stuff on there. Hey, now who's this? Is this Pete or is this sorry? Is this Pete or is this Cookie? I don't know who it is. Let me know who it is. Oh, it's Pete. Hi, Pete. How you doing? Yeah, exactly, James. Yeah, rest in peace, Jason. Yeah. No, there's no news. Kendo, has Daniel said when the funeral is yet? No, there's no news as yet, Ken. I'm not. I'm just waiting to hear from Danielle. She said she will be in touch, but again, I'm sure I'll say it on behalf of everyone here. Our condolences go out to Danielle and her daughter as well. It must be a really, really difficult time, and I'm sorry that if there's people in here that didn't know, or there's people that are going to watch the show after that didn't know as well. So yeah, it's been a really, really difficult time, and it's nice to bring people here. And I know that there's no cooking, like I said, Pete. We know there's no show tonight, or there was no show yesterday. I don't think there'll be a show, will there, Pete, on Wednesday, from what I understand, because we all love to. Well, I love to watch Cookie and Pete's show. Your last show, Pete, was bloody excellent. It really was. Let me just put that light around there like that. That's better. Yeah, that's a bit better. Yeah, I loved your last show. It was great. Really, really good. Really good. I listened to the whole nearly bloody 3 hours. He can't half. No wonder the man's run out of breath. Poor bastard. He can't half talk, can he? He can talk the hind leg off a donkey. So yeah. Sorry, Nick, you threw me, man. And again, Nick, I'm so sorry that I'm having to tell you. There was announcements on his Facebook. Danielle did make an announcement on the Facebook. And yeah, there was in the Telegram chat as well. But we couldn't do anything. We're just leaving it up to Danielle to make any future announcements about Raconteur's news. So, and I'm sure Jimmy and I will be involved in those conversations, but we'll just wait and see what happens. So, but thanks everyone for joining me tonight. And what's Pete saying? Cookie is a bit under the weather, so we have to see tomorrow. Thanks, mate. We try our best. No, I love your shows, and I'm getting an update on because my Mac is quite an old Mac. So I was just telling people that I got this Mac as a birthday present, and it's a 2014 version. My son Matt's going to update it for me, and he's got some software that it will then allow me to play on Odyssey and Rumble as well. Because at the moment it only lets me play on YouTube. So if I wanted to watch the show live, I'd have to go on my phone, and yeah, I prefer to watch it on Odyssey and or Rumble. So yeah, he's gonna update it for me. Look at that! Look, we still got some sunlight. Well, no, it's getting dark now. It's getting dark now. Let me close these curtains. Bear with. La 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 la. There we go. There we go. I'm back in the room. So, who else have I missed? Miss Blue Sky. Hello, Miss Blue Sky. Yeah, cheers, Snake. Yeah. Everyone loves that one, don't they? Everyone loves that one. Yeah. And Pete is saying Rumble seems to work good for us. More views than the tubes, and Odyssey is stable. Yeah, I'm going to try and. I mean, I've set up account. I think on both actually, and I think I'm going to try and encourage as many people to go over to that channel because again, the reason Pete and Cookie are broadcasting on that is because it's just they can talk more freely and they can play some bloody good music on there as well, and share stuff without being pulled off PooTube. And my sister's in the house as well. Hello, Marin. Mama's here. My sister in Spain. Hola, ¿cómo está? That's all I know. Buenas noches. So yeah, so tonight I'm going to do some. I'm just going to pull some headlines from the Daily Snail, as I call it. I'm going to pull some headlines from the Daily Snail. Not just health. We can look at other stuff on there as well, and we can maybe have a chat about stories. And if you're really, really interested and want a little bit of fun, I've got something here. And no, it's not cheesy jokes, although I've got those on hand as well. But I was given for my birthday as well some an 80s quiz. Yeah. So get your 80s knowledge out. And this is guess that tune. So if you're up for a bit of guess that tune, let me know and I will do some guess that tune. You're not allowed to cheat, obviously. If you want to cheat, you can cheat, but you'll know you cheated. I know most of you aren't old enough to remember the 80s. Yeah. Yeah, do you fancy a bit of guess that tune? Yeah, let me know in the chat, please. Yes, Rob, defo. Spanish said yes. Also, I'm so getting into my gardening and my electro culture as well. Sorry to bore you about my garden and things, but Ken likes it anyway, don't you, Ken? Ken's into his gardening as well. Ken's been sharing some information about his garden on the Telegram chat as well, which is nice. And nice one, Nick. Good. Okay. Yeah, we'll try and cheer you up, Nick. I'm sorry. Nick, please, if you want to, I don't know if you're in touch with other people and what have you. But if you want to chat, please, I'll put. I don't know if you're on Telegram or anything like that. I'm sure you don't. I mean, you don't. I don't want you sharing your number on here, and I don't want to share my number, obviously. But if you're on Telegram, you will find the whole group there that can talk to you. Oh, and who else have we got? Lops is here. Hey, Lops. Nice to see you. Welcome aboard. So yeah, we're going to do some 80s quiz. Guess that tune tonight. And we'll also we'll do some crap headlines from the Daily Snail as well. And I'm just going to share. So I've been doing my yes, it's my missus that's into her gardening, Robert. I'm just a labourer. Yeah. So I've got my partner's got a garden, and I've actually got an allotment as well. And I've been doing. I don't know if any of you remember. I mean, some of you might even not watch many of my shows, but I did an interview with a guy called Matt Roski, and he's getting really, really popular now. His channel's and his website's really starting to take off. He's an American guy, and he's been really pushing electro culture, which is effectively putting copper round aerials, round piece of wood, and digging them into the ground. There's a few channels that have talked about it. So yeah, it's really making a difference. I was flabbergasted. I went to see my garlic. I haven't done the latest video yet, but I went to see my garlic the other day, and I put what I call an antenna, a copper antenna, right in the middle of the garlic. Now, the garlic I didn't plant. The garlic was planted there when I took over the allotment. And there is a progression. If you want to look on my channel, there is a progression of when I first got the allotment and what sort of condition it was in, and when I put in the the aerials. I put in 4 aerials in each corner. It's a half plot of an allotment, so it's about 65 square meters, something like that. And then I've gone and put a aerial right in the middle of the garlic, and I've also now put one around my raspberry bushes as well, because they need some support. I'll share that video with you now, because I tried to show it in my last show, but unfortunately it won't load the sound and stuff. So I've got the sound and everything, so I can do that tonight as well. Who's just joined us? Paula's joined us. Hey Paula, nice to see you. Nice to see you. To see you. Nice. And anyone else I've missed here? Anyway, I'm glad you're all in the chat and you can all chat to each other, and that's the best thing. That's what I love about this community, is that that's it's one of the reasons why I wanted to just do this, so people can like chat amongst themselves and say hello to each other. And if you fancy it, if you fancy the after chat, we can get up to 10 people in the after chat as well. So what else? So that's about it really, what I wanted to do tonight. And if there's anything you want to discuss in the chat, I mean, tell me what you had for your dinner. Maybe, are you gardening? Are you learning to grow? I mean, for me, the last year is all about been learning to grow, because I mean, did you see that thing the other day? I saw it, that they're making they're putting basically vaccines into vegetables. They're going to grow vegetables, that you grow, that you buy in the supermarket, and they're going to have vaccines in them. I just couldn't believe that. I mean, I thought it was a joke. I really did. And I mean, I was just absolutely flabbergasted to see that. And there's lots of other news, obviously, to do with health. But again, tonight's not necessarily about that. Again, tonight I want to do this show, especially on a Tuesday, just to say hello to everyone and to try and bring everyone together. So yeah, exactly, JJ, what they have. It's true though, they are actually doing that. They really are. So I'm sure Pete and Cookie will be covering something like that as well in their show. Let me just show you then what I've been doing. Now everyone's here, I'll just show you what I've been doing in my garden. This is my latest video. If you want to see the other videos, please do so. But electroculture is the thing that's really happening this year. And I can honestly say, I think it's working. I've had amazing beetroot, absolutely amazing beetroot. I don't want to be big-headed or anything, because I'm big-headed enough. But in all honesty, the rhubarb that was on my allotment was the best out of all the allotment. I mean, it was right next to one of the copper aerials. I've never seen. I saw some rhubarb in the shop the other day, and like the sticks were really thin and everything. £3 a kilo as well. £3 a kilo, like 4 sticks for £1 and things like that. And so I think that I mean, I've got stuff growing. I've got here. Look, you see, that's not a cannabis tent. That is my vegetable tent. So I started my seeds off in there. I've got tomatoes. I've got all sorts of things upstairs on my windowsill as well. I've got what have I got? Oh yeah, mashed potato squash, I think it is, and courgettes, and they're growing lovely. They're up to here now. But again, I don't want to put anything out yet, because last year we had a frost as late as May, I think it was, around about May the 5th, May the 6th. Now, remember, we've got the coronation coming up for King Charlie boy. I know you're all going to wear your best clothes, and you'll all be out there and waving your little flags. He's my king. He's my king. Have you seen those protests? You haven't? There's been a lot of them. Not my king. Yeah, there's been a lot of those. I can't stand the royals. Sorry if you're a royalist, but I really can't stand it. Yeah, let me share this with you then. Where is it? Where is it? So this is my allotment. This is the last video I did, and I've gone and put my new copper aerial around the raspberries. Forgive this getting in the way, by the way. Forgive me for this getting in the way. This is my holder, see? These are great. These are great for your phone. I recommend anyone getting one because you can just like do that and it sits on the table and everything. So anyone wants to get one, ask Chris to nick one from Amazon. So Leah, let me share this video with you. Here we go. Welcome back to Health Freedom. Been doing some sieving here. Just putting all the stones that I pulled from the edge last week. Some garlic here. Here's one of the antennas. It's all doing great. I'm just putting all the stones in and just giving them a sieve through just to get decent soil out and separate the stones. There we go. And then we're going to just dump them down. See, this is the bit of land next to me which no one can grow on anyway, because when they built the building over here, this part of the land was used for a lot of dumping, so I just use it for my dumping. You can see I've been just going along here and just sieving through all the edges here. You can see my footprints all around there. We've had some really bad winds actually, and you can see that's snapped over, and so is that one. So I need to maybe get some sticks in and maybe put some copper antennas on them. You know what I love? Let me just move this out of the way. What I love about electroculture is you can just play with your mind and decide, what shall I do next with it? And so I just played and decided to give my raspberry bushes some support. How about this for support? It's not perfect, it's by no means perfect, but I love the fact that you can just use your imagination and just create an antenna, an electroculture antenna. And a nice pyramidal shape to go with it. Didn't think about it, just did it. There you go. Yeah, I'm absolutely loving it down there. I really am. Really loving gardening and learning to grow and just enhancing my skills. And I think it's just something that everyone needs to do. We all need to learn to grow. I mean, I've been growing stuff. I mean, I live in a flat. I mean, it's 2 floors. What do they call that when it's got 2 floors? Now, it's not a maisonette, is it? It's something else. It's something else. Cheers, Dinny. Yeah, must say it's coming on well, Robert. Thank you very much. Yeah, honestly, I've got to show you I'm going to do a garlic. My garlic, when I got it, it was just like, it was all looking a bit limp and everything. Then I went and put the aerial right in the middle of the garlic. And I just went to see it like 2 days ago. And I was just flabbergasted how good it looked. They're like, literally, they're growing. It's almost like they've grown overnight. And they're all standing upright now, whereas before some were a bit limp like this and everything. I think this copper thing really works. I really do. I think I'm into that whole antiquitech stuff anyway. And I mean, did you see that I did a pyramid there as well? I did like a pyramid, and there's a lot of people talking about. I mean, if you look up Russian pyramids, they say that if you put food in the pyramids, I don't believe the pyramids were tombs either. For the dead, I think they were for lots of other things, maybe for communication, for healing people. They give off negative ions when you're down there. You're away from all the radiation. They reckon it cures people's cancers and stuff like that, and all sorts of things. And that it can even there was an experiment I heard about, and this is really interesting, right? That what they did was they put some salt in one of the pyramids, and what they did was they left the salt there for 24 hours, and then they gave the salt to a jail or something like that, like one of these detention centers or whatever, a prison. And I don't know where it was. It was in one of the foreign countries. And what happened was they started putting the salt down for the food, obviously. And over the month, they found there was all the violence disappeared throughout the whole prison. There was no violence whatsoever. I mean, it's just incredible, really. I think it's the Croatian periods, is it? The Kosovan pyramids, rather. I mean, there was a guy. I watched a video of a guy last night, and he was saying that there's pyramids all over the place. And I mean, I follow a channel where people actually meditate as well under pyramids, and you know how they get dowsing rods and things like that. And when they do the whole dowsing rods, when they're going down the pyramid shape, even as just a small, let's say a pyramid shape that was in this room and that I could sit under, they would actually see the dowsing rod change its flow as it was going down. I mean, that's if you believe in dowsing rods. I do, actually. I'm a big believer in dowsing rods. I mean, that's how they used to find water anyway. And I think I want to get myself a pyramid, and I want to do a test. So I want to get. Apparently, if you go on, some of these like eBay or somewhere like that, where you can actually buy the right connectors that give you the perfect pyramidal shape. So you can make either like a hexagonal pyramid, or you can make a traditional pyramid. And I want to do some tests, because apparently they've even put food in these pyramids and it doesn't go off, apparently. So the food stays fresher for longer. So maybe there is some evidence in it. What's people been saying in the chat area here? Let's have a look. Lop saying shape. Okay. So Nick is saying, yes, I'm going to dig my back lawn up and get growing soon. Nick, I mean, all I would say is that I've taken it really seriously, and I've actually purchased copper tools. I've now got a copper rake, a copper spade, and a copper fork as well. And why I've got copper tools is because A, I know they're going to last long, and B, they attract more energy into the soil. Apparently, I mean they if you use traditional tools that are made of steel or things like that, apparently it actually it's harder for you to manage the soil when you're digging it over and things. And also, it will attract more like things like insects that you don't, and pests that you don't want. I mean, what do they use? They use copper, don't they, to stop snails? I mean, I haven't seen one snail anywhere near my plot at the moment, and I have to say I'm really happy with the soil and the way I've worked it. And I haven't done loads of work. I'd say I'd spent about 4 or 5 hours in total, maybe on the whole plot, but it's coming along really nicely, and I can't wait to start planting everything once I know that the last frost has gone. Copper makes your wrist all green, didn't he? Yeah, but I mean, it's an old traditional thing, isn't it, James? You know, I mean, I, I remember buying my mum some copper heel supports, and I don't, but she didn't use them really. But I'm a big believer in copper. I really am. Um, yeah, we call it soil. Yanks call it dirt. Spanish, absolutely. Yep. What else has been saying in the chat? Let's have a look. Uh, Yeah, I think again, you know, I think it's something that's been forgotten about, Dinny, in terms of the copper bracelets. I mean, you know, we are made up of these elements. Let's not forget that. So, you know, you should take vitamin C with zinc. You know, and so we are made up of these elements. It might be tiny amounts. I mean, there's a guy, that Matt Roski that I follow. He drinks out of a copper cup. I want to get myself a copper cup as well because apparently it's better for you. I mean, I'm getting into the whole magnetism thing as well. Over here, I've got my water distiller, and it's in my big like 9 liter container. I think I can show it to you. Let me have a look. Where is it? See it over there next to the globe? And I've got magnets around it, so it's magnetized water. And yeah, I'm pretty healthy. And here's some magnetized water now. Cheers, everyone. Cheers. Mm. Have you all been taking your vitamins? Are you all staying healthy? I mean, I've just kept. Yeah, I've been touch wood. I've been pretty lucky. I've had no illnesses. My poor mum, she's quite well jabbered up, and sadly, she's been getting quite a lot of illnesses, and one after another. And she's extremely weak at the moment. She's slowly coming back to health, so I'm really happy to say that. And by the way, thank you everyone who asked about my son Matt. For anyone who doesn't know, he sadly he had a collapsed lung a few weeks ago, and he had to spend 8 days in hospital. And the good news is though, it has repaired itself, and he didn't have to have the operation. And he's given up smoking, which is a real good thing as well. And the ironic thing was, I'd done one of my last Healthfreedom shows just before that happened was how to give up smoking. Excuse me, beg your pardon. And so yeah, that was a bit weird, really. And so yeah, he's I think he's enjoying that he's given up smoking, and because he's saying that his taste buds are coming back. He said that he smelt pollen for the first time in years the other day when he was out for a walk, which is it's great. It's really good. So let's see what's going on in the chat. Paul is saying it's Earth in a Cornish way. Nick says, I was thinking about getting a few bags of compost and mixing it into the soil too. Thanks for the advice, Robert. Much appreciated. I mean, I've literally not even added any soil, Nick. I've added nothing to it. I literally just turned it over and raked it through, and you'll see when watch some of my videos if you want it, and you'll see it's really starting to look good. I've added nothing to it. I mean, they say put some horse manure, don't they? Cow dung, horse manure on it. I mean, there's a lot of people down my allotment that use horse manure. I'm trying to because I'm using copper instruments, I truly believe it's actually putting good stuff back into the soil. But the proof will show at the end, won't it? And I'll just keep watching my channel. I'll keep boring you with my videos about my gardening if you're interested. Spanish is 2 elements short of a same person. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Paula says, my birdseed is sprouting, and so far I have sunflowers popping up everywhere. That's great. That's good. Yeah, absolutely, Miss Blue Sky. Yeah. Well done, Matt. Save your lung. Now you can have fun for longer. Absolutely. There we go. And Pete is confirming that horse shit is good for your soil. Absolutely. And chicken poop. Paula, right? Absolutely. I've heard that as well. Love. Yeah. And blood and bone. Yes. Thanks, Ken. Yep. Absolutely. Bone meal, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, you can feed your plants bone meal. I mean, it's basically calcium, isn't it? It's calcium. So it's really good for you. And Dinny says, keep your eggshells, and they're great for soil. Also, I heard this as well, that banana skins, if you eat bananas, get your banana skins, let them dry out. And if you've got a mixer, once they're dried out, put them in the mixer, mash them down, and you're going to make some great stuff for your soil with some banana skins. I think that's going to give someone tell me, what do bananas have lots of? My mind's gone blank. Someone tell me. And Paula's right there. Pee on your compost. Absolutely. Pee on your compost. It's really good. Yeah. And Kitty is saying the horse shit is really good, and for your roses. I've known that from the 70s. Kitty giving away her age there. Spanish is saying that's what's killed the river. Why, Paula? That's why so many chicken farms are leaching crap into the river. Only because they're allowed to. Only because they're allowed to, those Spanish, isn't it? Really. Yeah, and also, if you can, I would agree with this. Earth yourself. I saw the other day you can get earthing shoes. Apparently, they're very expensive, but you can get earthing shoes. So I'm going to look into maybe getting some earthing shoes, because since I've given up the old wacky backy, got a bit more stashy washy, not hashy washy, but a bit more stashy washy. So I can do things like buy expensive copper tools, because they are expensive. They're about £100 a tool. But if you think, I mean, so you could have, I looked at it this way. I could have brought in, I could have bought a ton of soil, okay, of topsoil, and it would have been quite difficult, getting it into my allotment, because I would have had to have wheelbarrowed it all through from the entrance and stuff like that, because they can't just drop it. Well, he could have done, actually. He could have lifted it over, because I'm near the end. Yeah, he could have done, actually, down near a road. But that would have cost me at least a couple of £100. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to buy copper instruments. I'm going to buy copper tools, and I'm going to dig that land, and I'm going to put all that copper energy that they're rediscovering now back into that soil. And so far, I'm really happy with it. Again, we'll see. I'm not using any horse shit so far. What else have we got here? Potassium. Thank you, Lops. Yeah, if you save your banana skin, it will give you potassium, and I think that's really good for for any plants, really, but I think in particular tomato plants. Let me show you my tomato plants. Here's my tomato plants. They're all coming up nicely. See, I've got loads of different varieties as well. I've got these, and these are organic, non-GMO seeds, and I'm trying to be as organic as possible, because obviously with this as well, we can grow more. Any seeds we get, we can just get seeds from these plants as well. So I'm well happy with these. I'm going to repot these, and then I'm going to put them in the soil when they get a little bit bigger. So I'm very, very happy with those. And I've got, like I said, my other plants upstairs are like that. My courgettes are like that now, and they've got like 3 lovely big leaves on them. Yeah, thanks for that, Lops. Potassium. James also concurred. Potassium. So did Kitty. And Miss Blue Sky's got some very important information for Dinny. Dinny, You need to tell your missus you need a shag to end all shags. Yeah, I'm sure it's true. Yeah, thanks to everyone saying potassium. Stand on the chart. I don't get that. Stand on the chart. I've quit the weed too, Rob. Was making me bloody lazy. Nick, I'm with you, man. Or you use it, don't you, as a reward system. Oh, I'm just going to do something, and then when you've done a little something, you're going to go, I'm just going to have a little doobie. My son has discovered exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing. He's been much more productive, yeah, and inventive of how to get the stuff inside your body in a different way, as in eating it. Bit leggy, Rob. Yeah, I know Spanish. All right. Well, I am a bit leggy. I can't help it, mate. You know. Yeah, they are a bit leggy. That's why I'm going to change them over Spanish. I know it's time. It's time. Yeah, Dinny's given up smoking as well, which is great. Paula says plant marigolds. I've got them ready, Paula. Thank you very much for that advice as well. Yeah, I've got them ready. Got the marigolds ready to go. Dinny saying I could still smoke at times, but it's getting a lot easier. Yeah. Again, I think if you can fill your life with other things, I mean, rather than the danger of giving up smoking is that you can like pick up another habit, maybe more drinking. I mean, giving up smoking, I'm not going to lie. I've put on about 1.5 stones since giving up smoking. Quite recently, I've lost nearly 0.5 stone recently. So I've cut right down on my carbs, and again, because I'm getting back out now because it's spring and going towards summer, it's really, really helping me. And I walk up to my allotment. If I'm not gonna carry my spades, or I'm gonna walk up there. If I'm just doing some small work, I'm not digging or anything. Kendo saying I don't have any weed at the mo either, but I haven't stopped smoking it. Yeah. All right, Spanish. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You like my boobies, dude? Spanish. Yeah. You like my boobies? Yeah. Spanish says he likes my moobs. Look. Yeah. Have you given up smoking, Spanish? Hmm? Oh, I only have it in the evening. I only have it in the evening. Anyway, don't ban me. Fuck off. You can insult me about my boobies. I don't mind. You wait. I'll turn into He-Man. Whatever. What would they call He-Man now in a LBGTQ? Well, I think Pete was saying that, wasn't it? Pete and Cookie was saying that He-Man. On that note, says Pete, pipe. Yes, we all know what he means there. Right, I'm going to present. Let's have a look at some news headlines, shall we? And then don't forget, stay with me. Stay with me. Yeah? Guess the tune. 80s. Guess the 80s tune. We've got that coming up. Please stay with me. You will love this. It's bloody harder. I'm quite good at music. I don't know if anyone else is good at music, but I'm quite good at music. And I looked at some of the questions, and they are really, really difficult. Some of them. You've got to. It gives you. So it gives you the line. You read out what the lyric is, and then you've got to guess the band. But for an extra point, yeah, you've got to guess the year as well. I mean, the clue is it's an 80s quiz. So if anyone says anything other than the 80s, you're as thick as horse shit. Okay, lovely. Let's share the screen. Where's Denny's spanner? What does he want a spanner for? I could put him in timeout. Should we put him in timeout? I thought you had a spanner, Denny. Hang on, let me have a look. Oh, do you know what? I'll give you a spanner afterwards. It won't let me do it here. I think you've got to be a bigger administrator or something. Remember, I'm using the Raconteur's new StreamYard. So I'm not the main administrator. I've got admin rights, and I broadcast my Health Freedom show here. But Danielle now has all the admin rights and everything. So when you've got admin rights, you can make people immediately give them a spanner or whatever. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button, everyone. Yes, cheers, Key. And also, please, if you haven't joined my channel, just join it, please. Please do so. And by the way, if you look up my healthfreedom.co.uk, if you was to put into your www.healthfreedom.co.uk, health, and without the UK, so healthfreedom.co.uk, it takes you now to my page, Shopify page. So I've actually, and I'm going to set up the whole website where I've got healthfreedom.co.uk. I'm also, at the moment, you can only get my salve on the page, but I am going to be producing my magnesium oil. I am still looking to try and get someone to distribute some. I'm looking for a distributor for vitamins as well. But I want to try and do something a bit different to what everyone else is doing. And again, I don't want to just offer something that's crap or whatever. I'm quite liking, there's a lot of stuff about mushrooms going on at the moment. I'm really liking that. I think that's really, really good. Also, someone that watches the channel is encouraging me to try juicing. And I would encourage everyone, try juicing. It's amazing in the morning. I used to do it a lot. My juicer is upstairs, but I've been really busy just doing other things at the moment. But I'm going to pull my juicer out. I try and I'm fasting at the moment as well. I'm doing mini fasts. Mini fasts are great for you. It really resets your clock in your body. So I'll literally, my last meal is around no later than say 8 o'clock or something like that. And then I won't eat until the afternoon, like late afternoon, minimum after 2 o'clock, something like that. And I'm trying to just eat one meal a day and eat more fruit as well, because I haven't been eating enough fruit. I've got some lovely organic apples. And here's another tip for you. Don't forget this, right? So if you are doing some exercise, okay, try this. It works. I swear to you, I've forgotten all about it. Okay. So what you do is, right, if you're going to do some exercise, get some raw organic coconut oil, the best one you can afford, cold pressed. Okay. That's the best one you can get. Okay. Raw organic coconut oil, cold pressed. Okay. Get a dessert spoon before you do any exercise. If you're going to go to the gym, or if you're going to do some exercise, or you're going to go to the allotment, you're going to do a lot of walking, and you normally get some aches and pains, you get a tablespoon of raw organic coconut oil. Okay. And now I know it's not easy to swallow, and nor is this advice. Get some to get rid of that nasty taste. Put a little bit of drizzle some honey over it. Okay. And then just neck it, just swallow it. What it does to you, it feeds your muscles folic acid. Okay. So when you exercise or when you're walking, you're doing muscles, it feeds your muscles folic acid. I guarantee you will not have, any aches or pains. And especially if you take a little bit more after, maybe a little teaspoon when you get home or after you've done your exercise. Try doing it. Honestly, it works. It absolutely works. Since I've been doing it, it's really cut down on my aches and pains that I would get. I mean, I'd use my salve afterwards and before to, I put my salve on my joints and things. And also, I'm still taking the magnesium, and I swear by the magnesium. Magnesium works. It really does. I'm taking 2 a day. You can take more magnesium. You can take magnesium up to the point where your toilets get a bit looser. Okay. Or loose, should I say. And the magnesium is definitely working for me. My joints are not as stiff anymore. Just try it. Raw organic coconut oil, cold pressed organic coconut oil, a dessert spoon, and a little drizzle of honey, and then just neck it, and then try your exercise, and you will not ache. Honestly, just try it. Give it a go. What's people saying? My magnesium glycine is meant to help with having a good night's sleep. I didn't realize there are a few kinds of magnesium. Yeah, there are, Kitty. Absolutely. I mean, the one I take, just I've got the 8. Apparently, you only need 3. Okay, you only need 3, but I've got these 8 ones, and this is magnesium chelate, citrate, malate, something big. I think it's big slate, aspirate. Anyway, loads of them. Here we go. And that's the one that I take every day. I take 2 of those every day. I'm not promoted by this company, although I'd love to be. Yeah. Also, going forward on the channel, I'm gonna try and get a few more people on. There was a lady I was watching the other day, and I really would love to get her on. She's written a book called Self-Heal by Design, and she's a lady called Barbara O'Neill, and I'm going to really try and get her on if I can. And she's done some amazing stuff on health. She really has. I mean, she's the one I learned about the whole, if you're going to drink water, take some salt and put it under your tongue. Take some really good salt. I've got Cornish sea salt. Paula will be proud of me. And every morning, the first thing I do before I drink any water is I'll put about 7 grains of salt under my tongue. I let it melt, and then I'll drink my water. And that way, then you're getting the salt into your cells, because you can drink as much water, but if you haven't got enough salt in your body, and they've programmed us to say that salt is so bad for you, but salt has been, they used to use salt as a currency. Let's not forget that. But they want us to forget that. And do not touch table salt. Table salt is literally poison. It really is. It's so full of bad stuff. So don't touch table salt if you can. Really try and stay away from it. The best salt that you can get, just try and use the best salt you can get. It really does. Yeah, where's our Jimmy? I did invite Jimmy along, Dinny. I don't know if he looked at his message, actually. I can see if he has. Someone's written a cheeky message to me there. Where's Jimmy? Where's Jimmy? Jimmy. Let's have a look. Has he read my message? No, he hasn't read my message. So I did send him the link, but he hasn't read it. So maybe, Jim might not be ready. Jim might not be ready to want to, be on shows or anything like that. So it might be too difficult for him. Lop says they tell you too much salt is bad, but don't say how much is good. Do you know that one of the things, Lops, that the easiest way to know how much salt to take is just salt your food to taste. If you think your food is too salty, then that's your body saying that's enough. But if you're deliberately trying to cut down on your salt, I mean, one way you can also know. Sorry, just want to say hello here. It's the ginger kid. Yes. Does he look like me in that photo? Evening, Daddy-O. That's my other son, James. Hello, son. How you doing? Nice to see him. That is the owner of the one and only Ripley. And I might be looking after Ripley again end of this year, because my son might be going away again. So I might be having her for another week. I got over the initial shock, and I do love that doggy. doggy. So yeah, salt. What was I saying? Yeah. So yeah, I can't remember what I was bloody saying there. Yeah. So if too much salt. Oh yeah, if you're getting cramps, then you know you've not got enough salt. I'm telling you that. It's as simple as that. I used to wake up at one point with terrible cramps in my body in the night. I would wake up and get terrible cramp in my legs. And it was because my ex-wife, she was, she just didn't believe in salt. Honestly, she'd cook without salt and everything. It's not that she could cook; she was absolutely dreadful. Once I started adding salt back into my diet, all my cramps went. But salt is magnesium, and so we do need it. We really do need it. And quinine is good for cramp. Absolutely, Ken. Yeah. Thanks, James. James is saying, haha, he loves that doggy. Yes. So shut it, Dinny, saying that I hate the dog. You little git. You little git. Right, let's have a look. Don't forget, stay with me. See, I'm tempting you all. Look, come on, guess that tune. We're going to have that in a minute. Let's just do some like news. Let's see what madness is going on. Let me just go here, and I'm going to share this with you. Let's hit that button. By the way, I've got to show you this in a second. So, right, let's go back to StreamYard. Let's share screen. Okay, share screen. Entire screen. We're going to share the entire screen. Share. There we go. And now we're going to go on to the Daily Snail. Here we go. Right. Let's have a look at some news. Okay, so that looks a load of crap. Okay. Let's have a look. Cost of living woes could finally be easing for millions of hard-hit Brits as inflation is expected to drop back below 10% for the first time since last August. Put your hand up if you believe that inflation is at 10%. There you go. See, no one's putting up their hands. That's a load of crap. The Office of National Statistics is set to show that the rate of consumer index inflation fell to 9.8% last month, when the latest official figures are released on Wednesday. Yeah, it's not taking into account the cost of energy, though, is it, everyone? What a load of crap. I do not believe that at all. This was a story from a couple of months ago. Rapist who launched sex attack on a 13-year-old schoolgirl in the park was not jailed because he was too young for prison. Will appeal his conviction. The case of Sean Hogg sparked anger when he was deemed too young to be jailed, despite being found guilty of attacking the teenager. Yeah, he was given, I think, 250 hours community service, which is a complete and utter joke. It really is. But apparently, from what I understand now, they have to take into account the victim and the guilty person who's carried out the assault if they're under 25. This is what the judges now have been told to do, believe it or not. So it's absolutely a joke. Let's have a look. What else have we got here? Backlash over emergency alert system continues as MPs blast strange decision to award contract to Japanese IT giant behind the Post Office Horizon scandal. Fujitsu won a 5.7 million contract for a new emergency alarm system to be tested on Sunday. In 1999, they were the company tasked with developing the Horizon system for the post office. Yeah, if you don't know that, all the postmasters were deemed to be conning people and nicking money. And years later, they found out it was all some mistakes made on the software system. And some people lost their businesses. I think some people might have even gone to jail. If you don't know how to do it, I'd love to tell you, certainly on your Android phone, because apparently this emergency system is going to be going out on April 23rd, I think it is, St. George's Day. Let's test it on St. George's Day. What a wonderful day to test it. So apparently, if you've got an Android phone, if you go to your settings, okay, and you go to your search bar in your settings, just type in emergency alerts, okay? Just put in emergency and then it'll start coming up. It might come up slightly different. And when it comes up, click on that, and then that will take you to whether you want to accept emergency alerts. But you have to turn it off, okay? If you don't want this crap happening to you and you don't want these emergency alerts. And who gave permission? I gave no one bloody permission for the government to have my fucking number to send me stupid fucking alerts, emergency alerts. And we know where this is all going anyway. So that's the way to do it. I don't know how to do it on a bloody iPhone. So there you go. Oh, we're not interested in quiche. Sod that. Let's have a look. Now, if anyone doesn't know, our lovely Mr. Chris is going to the snooker this week, and we've had a Just Stop Oil zealot who disrupted snooker game, and now he asks for handouts to fund his campaign of chaos. Is from the middle class family who grew up in a £600,000 semi in leafy Cambridge suburb. Yeah, if anyone saw it, he jumped on the snooker table, and you can see it just down here, and he just threw a load of stuff up. And there was a few people that tried to do it, but he was the one that got to do it. The eco-protester who caused mayhem at the World Snooker Championships and asked for handouts to fund his campaign of chaos grew up in a leafy suburb of Cambridge, where houses change hands for more than £1 million. £1 million. The son of a venture capitalist, company director, father, and dentist mother, Edred Withington. Edred, what a name. Grew up with two brothers and a sister in a £600 semi-detached home. One older brother, Haynes, 29, is a senior data scientist at AstraZeneca, who gave 5% of his salary last year to a climate fund. His sister, Seven, 22, supports a Youth Extinction Rebellion group on her Facebook page. Today, his father declined to comment about his son's career in protesting or arrest, simply saying, "Goodbye, please leave the premises. We live in a leafy Cambridge home, so bugger off, you poor people." Brace for a weekend of eco mayhem. XR fanatics hope 30,000 protesters would stand on London for biggest climate change demo in years as group stages 4-day protest over same weekend as the marathon. Oh, right. So it's the marathon this weekend. Well, there we go. More than 200 organisations are supporting the demands, including Global Justice, Now Don't Pay UK, and the PCS Union, Greenpeace, and Friends of the Earth. What a load of crap. They could have had knives on them. Snooker stars fear players could be stabbed, like tennis icon Monica Seles in '93 after Just Stop Oil protesters climbed onto a table at the World Championships and covered it with orange powder. Absolutely. But you know what? We can't let one person, right, change the way that we live our lives, or just a small group of. We can, right, maybe check bags and things like that to make sure they don't have this sort of shit as they come into the place. That could be done. And why hasn't it been done? I mean, but I don't like all of that stuff myself. What else? Still more stuff about the zealots. Okay, and something about a posh football player here. Live: Chelsea 0, Real Madrid 0. Aggregate Lampard's side on top early as Kante misses a superb chance to give the Blues a lead in the championship. There you go. No, we don't want to talk about that one. We don't want to talk about that. Police release SNP Treasurer Colin Beattie pending further inquiries after quizzing him for hours in probe into finances when Nicola Sturgeon was in charge. As new First Minister Humza Yousaf says party was not operated in a criminal way. Police Scotland Yard revealed this morning that the 71-year-old had been held by detectives probing what was happening to more than £600,000 in donations to the party. Don't you just love that number? 600,000. Why didn't they say 666,000 or 333,000? Apparently, this Humza Youssef fired someone. I read this. Okay, someone who actually asked for more transparency about finances within the party, and he just fired this person for no reason. Now, what does that tell you? But it's all coming out. They're all up to it. They're all up to it, aren't they? We don't want to know about the most beautiful car. That's a load of crap. And let's have a look. I'm not going to talk about that idiot. Polish Madeleine McCann faker Julia Wendell, 21, is reported to police over explicit images of children found on her phone. Wendell has denied these claims and said she already spoke to police in Poland, about this, and added, "I don't have child pornography on my phone. I'm not a paedophile. I'm a victim of a paedophile." There we go. Let's have a look here. That's pretty sad. I can't eat this anymore. People are learning how Marmite is made, and the secret ingredient is freaking them out. Channel 4's Food Unwrapped presenter Kate Quinton, 39, travelled to a factory in Burton-on-Trent, Staffordshire, to see how Marmite and other yeast extracts were made. I'm not going to go any further if you want to know about that. We're not interested in her either. Anything else? No, we're not interested in what Sadiq Khan's got in plans. That's not a very nice story there. Let's have a look. No, we don't want to know about that either. So here's one. Macron is bidding to team up with China for a secret Ukraine peace plan that will bring Zelensky and Putin to the table by summer. What is that all about, everyone? You know, Macron is understood to be bidding to team up with China in hopes of bringing Russia and Ukraine to the table for peace talks by the summer. The French president has tasked his foreign policy advisor, Emmanuel Bon, to work alongside Wang Yi, China's top diplomat, to kickstart plans for future negotiations. If all goes well, it says here, and I think they mean well, France hopes to bring Vladimir Putin and Zelensky together to discuss a peace plan by summer, according to Bloomberg. The anonymous success sources, claim that future negotiations over the ongoing invasion would depend on a range of conditions, notably how successful Ukraine's spring offensive is. Over 85s and some with disabilities safe from forced prepayment meters after Ofgem ban. Here's what you need to know about groups still at risk. New rules still allow energy firms to fit prepayment meters by force in most UK households, including those of people with Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, and depression. So there you go. If you want to look up that. There we go. Look, how to switch off your government's Armageddon emergency alert message that is set to sound on every smartphone in the UK at what time? 3 p.m. I told you it's either a 3 or a 6. So there you go. You can go onto the Daily Snail and learn how to do that as well. Let's see. Anyone telling me something here? Maybe he's telling me something. Hang on. Let me come back to you. Hang on. StreamYard. Let's have a look. Let's just stop screen. There we go. Let me come back. Hey, Tony's in the house. Hello, Tony. Nice to see you, sir. Welcome aboard. Let's have a look. Yeah, James says Edred, Haynes, and 7. Thanks for giving me a normal name. Yeah. There's a lot to be said about names, James, isn't there? And Dinny says the snowflakes are taking over. Absolutely. Tony says their efforts annoy the public and the corporations care not a jot. Absolutely, Tony. Yeah. They're sponsored by the Snake says they're sponsored by the corporations anyway. Absolutely. Yeah. Uh, James is saying hums are useless. Yeah. James is up there in Scotland, I believe. And probing Nicola Sturgeon's anything isn't a rabbit hole I wish to explore, said Paula. Yeah. Tony says SNP Scottish National plunders. Yeah, Miss Blue Sky is concurring with me. Spot the sixes and the threes in the Daily Fail. It's so bad it could be a drinking game. Paula says earwax is the secret ingredient to Marmite. And Tony reckons it's dead cats. And Tony's saying, yeah, 3 p.m. is 3 p.m. is 1,500 hours. Yeah. Chris is saying, what have I missed? I just had to change a motor. What sort of motor was it, Chris? We need more details. We're talking Marmite and your snooker. You going to snooker, Chris? We could get Chris to maybe do an advert for Raconteurs News or Health Freedom UK and jump on in his underpants onto one of the snooker tables whilst he's out watching the snooker on Friday. You become famous, Chris. Quiz time. Absolutely. Okay, so for those of you who've just joined us, I'm going to do like an 80s quiz, right? So we've got some guess the tune, okay, from the lyric. Now, some of these are really hard, okay? No cheating, okay? So no going on to the internet, all right? Okay, so I'm not playing it the proper way because there's just me and you here. So, so I'm going to, you can have a point if you can guess the tune from the lyric. You can have another point if you can guess the band, and you can have another point if you can guess the year. And the clue is it's the 80s. Okay. Nick is saying Marmite is a alcohol byproduct. What's wrong with that? Yeah. Right. Okay. Ready? So I'm just going to pick a tune. I'm going to pick one of these cards out at random. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Okay. So are you ready for this? Steve walks wearily down the street with the brim pulled way down low. Ain't no sound but the sound of his feet. Come on then. Who is the band? What's the line? What's the tune? And who's the band? There you are. I've given you a clue. Yep. I'll say it again. Steve walks wearily down the street with the brim pulled way down low. Ain't no sound but the sound of his feet. Yes, Spanish. Yeah, you got it. Spanish gets it right. First to show. It's Queen. I don't need to tell him because I know that he would have guessed that. Okay. And what's the year? Come on. What year was that? Come on. Who's first to say it? Let's get your guesses in. What was the year of Another One Bites the Dust by Queen? Nope. Sorry, Pete. It wasn't 86. It wasn't 85, Tony. Oh, shut up, Dinny, you twat. 1990. 1876. No, Lops, it wasn't 82. And Nick, no, it wasn't 84. Who's this? You still on, he says to me. No, JJ, it wasn't 81. Come on. Yes, Tony. Tony gets it. Tony gets it. Tony gets it. Absolutely. It was 1980. Hang on. I'm just replying to someone who wants to know if I'm still on the show. Yes. You watch. He'll come. When Ed comes into the show, everyone say, "Where the fuck have you been?" to him. Kitty said 83. Well, you were wrong. Okay, right. Another one. Ready? Here we go. Hey, if we can solve any problem, then why do we lose so many tears? What's the tune? Hey, if we can solve any problem, then why do we lose so many tears? Shut up. Shut it. Oh, he's listening into the background now. Me mate Ed. Come on, let's have your guesses. Hey, if we can solve any problem, then why do we lose so many tears? No, James, it's not Band-Aid. No. And Mr. Nick GB gets it right. Gets a point there. Mascara Snake. Hey, Mascara, what do you like? What's your favorite decade? I mean, I think music died from about 2007. Oh, do you know what? He's annoying me now. Shut it, Ed. I'm fucking taking any notice. I'm turning this down. Ed, stop fucking disturbing me. Right. Sinead O'Connor, no. Yes, exactly, Tony. Oh, fuck off, you fuckers are using search. Maybe. They could be. It was Paul Young, but what was it called? You haven't even told me yet. What's the name of the tune? Yeah. Oh, Nick's got it right. Yeah. Every time you go away. What was the year? Uni's in the house. What was the year? Come on. Paul Young, Every Time You Go Away. Hey, if we can't solve any problem, why do we lose so many tears? 86. Who's got it right so far? No one's got it right so far. We've got an 84, an 83, an 86, an 82. Come on. There's not many 80s left. Chris is saying 83. No. Denny's being a prat. Miss Blue Sky is saying, oh, it's a magic radio song. Yeah, it is actually. 89. No. 87, James. No, it wasn't. JJ, 82. No. Come on. Okay, I'm going to give it away. It was 85. It was 85. Here's another one. A few stolen moments is all that we share. You've got your family and they need you there. A few stolen moments is all that we share. You've got your family and they need you there. Name that tune, mate. And the artist. No, JJ, it's not bollocks. It was a good try, though. Come on. Come on. A few stolen moments is all that we share. You've got your family and they need you there. Very clear, my gang. too. Oh my God, Nick's good at this. Look. Nick's good at this. Okay, and the song, please. Johnny Morris. JJ hasn't got a clue. Saving All My Love. Absolutely, yeah. And what was the year? What was the year that Whitney Houston sung Saving All My Love for You? Come on. Nick's not sure of the year. Well, you've only got to guess like between 1980 and 1999. There's a clue. No Spanish, not 86. No Pete, not 86. Chris gets it right, 1985. Give that man a point. 1985 it was, indeed. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, you ready for this? Here's another one. Face to face, in secret places, feel the chill. Nightfall covers me, but you know the plans I'm making still oversee. It's a hard one. Face to face, in secret places, feel the chill. Nightfall covers me, but you know the plans I'm making still oversee. Come on, name that tune. What's that tune? Shut it, Ed. Rod Stewart. Michael Heseltine, says Tony. No. Sinead O'Connor. No. Miss Blue Sky. No. James, I Fade to Black. No. David says Thriller. Nope. Sing it, Robert. No. Do you give up? Come on. Backstreet Boys. No. I don't think they were the 80s, Denny. Okay. Shut up in your face. What kept a song? What that song kept something off number one, Tony. What was it? Shut up in your face kept a particular tune off number one. Can you remember what it was? Nick, Nick, are you cheating? Nick gets it right again. Nick gets it right again. Face to face in secret places, feel the chill. Nightfall covers me, but you know the plans I'm making still of. I can't fucking sing it. There you go. What was it? Come on. It was Vienna Mascara. Yeah, that was kept off number one by Shut Up in Your Face, that by Joe. What's his face? Nick says that was a guest. Honestly, for those who don't know, bless Nick. He only found out that we've lost Jason tonight. So you know, if you, again, there's a few people that might have joined us. Jason passed away. I think it was two weeks ago today now. So Uni's just asked me if I've made an announcement. So no, there's been no official announcement made, Uni. So can you guess the year? A View to a Kill, Duran Duran. Come on. We've got 84, 86, 83, and all of those are wrong. Chris says, is it the James Bond film? Yeah, it is. Don't Dun, 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 dun. Meeting you with a view. No, Nick, it's not 87. To a kill. Mandy says a committee meeting's over. Ed says, water boys. Shut up, Ed. Stop being silly. We've already said this bloody Duran. What year was it? Come on. No, 84, says Kitty. David says 86. You're all wrong. You're all wrong. A famous concert happened this year. 86.9, says Pete. Oh, that's the best answer tonight. Cheers, Pete. That's a radio station, Pete. 86.9. Welcome to 86.9, mate. Can you guess what it is? Saw Midgeo in the acoustic Ultrafox gig with a mini orchestra. It was amazing, says Mascara. Amanda says 1985, and she gets it right. Give a point to Amanda. Yeah, well done. Dave says 81. No, David. James says 83. It was 85. Okay. Right, let's pick another one out then. Oh, this is a hard one. Words are turning, and we're just hanging on, facing our fear and standing out there alone. Words are turning, and we're just hanging on, facing our fear and standing out there alone. Guess the tune, mate, and guess the year and the artist. Come on. Come on. Who was it? If anyone's just joined us, we're playing Guess the Tune. Guess the 80s tune. The clue is in, it's the 80s tune. Okay, so here's the headline. Okay. Worlds are turning and we're just hanging on, facing our fear and standing out there alone. Yeah, sing it, Spanish says. Yeah, if I sing it, mate, it'll tell you. I just did, Nick. Worlds are turning and we're just hanging on, facing our fear and standing out there alone. Chris says Tears for Fears. No. Miss Blueska says Bryan Adams. No. Dinny says Bed Burning. No. Ed says 1996, You Salad. Yeah, shut it, Ed. You donut. Yeah, you're not going to get this. Kitty says Bryan Adams. I'm telling you, you are not going to get this. So I'm going to give you a clue. I'm going to sing it in a dreadful voice. Ready? Worlds are turning and we're just hanging on, facing our fear and standing out there alone. Come on. Can you guess what it is yet? I just did Spanish, you tart. Come on. Who's going to get it? Words are turning and we're just hanging on, facing our fear and standing out there alone. Chris says Thompson Twins. No. I don't. No one's getting this, are they? Come on. Neil Diamond. James says Mike and the Mechanics. Nope. Spanish says everybody. Motorhead. Sing it again. I just did. Words are turning and we're just hanging on, facing our fears, standing out there alone. Paula says Rod Stewart. Ah, the snake gets it. Yes. Bring me a higher love. Oh. Who was it by? Yeah. Higher love, by who? Hey Mahat. I can't see him in the chat, but everyone's saying hello to him, so I'm saying hello to Mahat. Hey Mahat. Good to see you, sir. And what year was it, mate? For an extra point, who's the artist and who sung Higher Love and what was the year? Oh, thank you very much, Spanish. So Spanish can do can tell everyone about my titties, about my man boobs, but you can also say, Rob, your singing ain't that bad. And the Troopers gets it. 1986. Yep, absolutely. There we go. Stevie Wonder. Stevie Winwood. It was Steve Winwood, for God's sake. Okay. Should we do another one? Tell me, do you want to carry on? Do you want me to? Do you want to do? Do you want some? Do you want some more 80s? Guess it was nearly in tune. Fuck off, Spanish. Give it one hand, taketh from the other. Dinny says no. Carry on. Spanish is loving it. Nick was close. I was close. Oh, look, we haven't got much longer anyway. I mean, look, what's the time anyway? 21:40. We've got 20 more minutes. Starfish Troopers is winning this. Yeah, absolutely. Sing another. Okay. All right. Thanks, Paula. Paula said I should do. I'll get one. Goddess on the mountain top, burning like a silver flame. Goddess on the mountain top, burning like a silver flame. Who was the artist and what year was it? And what's the name of the tune? Goddess on the mountain top, burning like a silver flame. Come on. Denny says fire. No, you're about 2 decades out. Oh, the snake gets it again. The snake and Nick gets the artist. I mean, the song Venus. Absolutely. Come on, who's going to get the year? What year was it for another point, mate? Lops got it as well. Lops got it. David saying 82. Manda says Venus. Yeah. Bananarama. Yeah. David says Bananarama. Venus. Yeah. Spanish says making love on a mountain. No, that's what you want to do later. And Pete gets it again. 1986. And so does Nick GB. Yeah. 86 is correct. Absolutely. Okay, here's another one. Looking in your eyes, I see a paradise. This world that I've found is too good to be true. Looking in your eyes, I see a paradise. This world that I've found is too good to be true. Name the song, name the artist, and guess the year. Come on now. Yeah, I like that. Not a Ken Bruce Robert. Ken Bruce is, by the way, if you want to find him, he's now on He's now on GB radio, isn't he? Or Greatest Hits radio. Oh, Nick gets it again. Nick gets it again. Come on then. Stevie Wonder note. And Manda's got it. Manda's got the tune, yeah. And so finally, what year was it? Starship. Nothing's going to stop us now. What was the year? And what was the year? Come on, let's have your years. It's not difficult. It's in the 80s. Come on. Dinny is saying 83. Wrong. James is saying 80. Wrong. The Troopers is saying 88. Wrong. Spanish is saying 81. Kitty saying 86. Tony saying 89. Snake is saying 85. Come on, Nick. I think Nick gets it. 87. Yes. Bloody hell, Nick, you're good at this. Right, let's give you another one. See the stone set in your eyes. See the thorn twist in your sides. I'll wait for you. See the stone set in your eyes. See the thorn twist in your sides. I'll wait for you. Name the tune, the artist, and guess the year. Fucking Googlers. Fucking Googlers. The GB stands for Googling bastard. Yep. James is saying Sting. No. Oh, I think Manda's got it. Yep, Manda's got it. Yeah, a few people got that. And Nick got it. Yeah, you too. So what year was With or Without You by U2? What year was it? Come on. '84? No. Kitty gets it right. Nick gets it right again. 87. Yep. Starfish Trooper says, "Are you on live chat?" Oh no, there he was. He says it here. Yeah, I am on live chat. This is as best as I can get, mate. It's a bit slow, isn't it? Yeah. Pete says, "Are you on live chat, Robert?" Yeah, I am, but it's just a bit slow, isn't it? I guess. Okay. Let's. I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to put the link up for anyone who wants to join in. No, that's too easy. When the night falls down, I wait for you, and you come around, and the world's alive with the sound. When the night falls down, I wait for you, and you come around, and the world's alive with the sound. Come on. Who's that then? When the night falls down, I wait for you, and you come around, and the world's alive with the sound. No. Spanish. No. Miss Blue Sky, it's not Diana Ross. Come on. Half right. Half right. There you go. Paula, Phantom of the Opera. No. I love that. And there we go. It's complete. By who? Who is Heaven is a Place? Yes. Belinda Carlisle, correct. And what year was Heaven is a Place on Earth? What year was it? Come on. Last one. Who's going to get the last year right? Who's first to come up? Come on. No. Oh. Spanish gets it. 87. Bang on, sir. Congratulations. I hope you enjoyed that. That completes the quiz for tonight. I hope you enjoyed that. Yes, Pete, you're all wrong. Sorry. Spanish says she was cute in the Go-Go's. Yeah, she was actually. Yeah, she was. Absolutely. Let's put the invite up. Remember, we can have 10 people in the chat. So anyone who wants to come and join us, yes. Ken's a bit Tex Belinda, yeah. Green game over, yeah. Damn, I'm shit at quiz stuff. Sorry about that, James. Right, let's paste that into the chat there. So we've got 20 people here. It's been great. Thanks everyone for what we've done it so far. 1 hour 50. It was really good. It was nice to bring you all together. And let's just remind you of some facts. For anyone who doesn't know, who's watching this after show as well, sadly we lost Jason of Raconteurs News 2 weeks ago. We don't know what's going to happen with the show. Hopefully it will come back with in the near future sometime. We don't know when Jason's funeral will be. So Danielle will announce that, and I think Danielle is going to come on to Raconteurs News and do a broadcast about that as well, from what I understand. But I don't have a clue when that is. So that's the news. Also, just to let you know, there wasn't any Pete and Cookie show or Starfish podcast because Cookie has been a bit unwell. There may be one, I believe, Wednesday or tomorrow, but it all depends on how well Cookie is. So we wish him well. And if Steve's watching, just to send our best love and best wishes to Steve. I'm sure everyone would agree. We could all do with a bit of Steve singing right now. But Steve, bless him, has had some bad stuff going on in his life as well. Dinny Sander, am I going to the funeral, Robert? Yes, I'm going to go. For anyone that can't go, I'm going to go to the funeral. I'm going to represent everyone that can't go. So I'm going to travel up from Bedfordshire, where I live, up to Sheffield. So, and if Danielle's watching this broadcast, if she's watching the playback or whatever, our hearts go out to you, Danielle, and your daughter. For your sad loss, we're going to really miss him. He was a great man, and there'll never be another one. He'll never be imitated. We loved the way he talked to us, the way he exchanged his wonderful views and his presentation style and his stories. And let's not forget, this is the same man. Jason was the same man that worked on a 9/11 film, Loose Change. He did some great things. He really did. He did some amazing things. So he will be very, very missed. He really will. So yes, and I will try and update people, but I'm not going to tread on anyone's feet in terms of Jason's family, let that be down to Jason's family to make that decision about the official announcement and things like that, when that will be. And yeah, we wish Steve to come back quickly as well, get us all singing again, and listening to his dulcet tones. Let me say this. I said it in the chat, but I'll say it here on the screen about Jason. And my dad had this saying, and I'll share it with the world. Jason, if you're able to listen and hear us now, they may come as good as you, sir, but they don't come any better. All right, so please join us in the after chat. We've already got Pete's waiting there, so please join us. I'll just put the link in again for anyone who wants to join us. Yeah, and poor old Nick only found out tonight, and I'm sorry if you're watching this and you're finding out that we lost Jason 2 weeks ago. And Spanish is saying he was the best, loved his shows, glad to have passed his way, changed my life and view on stuff. You know, I'll just say this before we go. I found Raconteur's News in the lockdown, and I was really struggling mentally. I was really struggling, and he brought me to this family, and he encouraged me to do this show as well and to appear on his show. And I'll never forget that, and I'll always be grateful for that. So thank you, Jason. And thanks to everyone who's watched tonight and shared their views about Jason. And, you know, thanks everyone for your kind comments as well. I really appreciate them. And come and join us again, yeah? And watch out for more stuff. I'll try and, you know, maybe I'll try and do this in between shows, in between Pete's show and Cookie's show as well. All right? So come and join us in the after chat if you want to, please. All right? Okay. Good night for now, and I'll see you all again soon. And join the channel if you haven't joined the channel. And if you want to hit the like button, hit it. If you don't worry about it. All right? God bless you all. And thanks again for watching. Okay? I'm going to end the broadcast now. And love to Jimmy, wherever he is. All right? Take care, everyone.